Good morning, everybody. Daniel Spatz from California. Daniel Spatz interviews with now it's a very special interview. We're flying to India to welcome Jonita Doda. She's an actor, director, entrepreneur, very famous. So it's for me, it's very, very important for my personal development to listen to different professionals in different activities. I'm not just a tennis guy. Of course, I love tennis. I'm a tennis coach. Everybody knows that. I'm trying to find my tennis ball right here. But this is it's been my life, the tennis ball. But I'm also Jean-Marie, and hi everyone. Daniel Panajotti, hi everybody. But I'm also open-minded. Jonita, to listen and learn from other people, other professionals. So we have to be open-minded and humble to listen and to learn from other people. And I think it's part of life, right? So I'm going to welcome John. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I am good. How about you?
I'm doing great, very happy, very, very thankful to you for accepting the invite.
Thank you. Pleasure's totally mine. It's such a pleasure to be here with you today.
Yeah, you would say, what am I doing with a tennis coach, right? Talking.
No, I think we both know why.
Of course.
Yeah, possibly it's my love for tennis, and yeah, it's much more.
So Jonita, right? That's the way I should pronounce your name.
That's right. Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So tell us, where are you right now?
So I am in Chandigarh right now. Uh, I don't know. Okay, so of course, India and it's Chandigarh. Chandigarh is one of the most planned city in this country and one of the most beautiful cities. And I'm born here. So yeah, I am right now in Chandigarh.
Good. How was your day, Jonita? Busy?
Um, yeah, my day was good. It was a mix of emotions. I kind of heard the news, which was not very great. I lost a friend. So it was a little difficult. And yeah, but all right, life is good.
Okay, yeah, people from Chile, from South America,
Hi
watching
everyone.
you, and yeah, they will watch the interview later in my YouTube channel. Here is 7 o'clock in the morning. What time is in India right now?
So it is 7:33 p.m.
Perfect,
So
perfect. Wow.
we're like, yeah.
So we are
This
in.
is good actually, for you to, interview me right, first thing in the morning. It's like, that's
Uh,
amazing.
no, I'm an early morning person because as a
That's
coach, I
amazing.
I always used to wake up early. But um, one of the first messages that we exchanged, you talk about your love for tennis growing up, and your dreams about being like a Steffi Graf, right? Your idol growing.
That's very true. I think I'm one of his I've her hugest fans. I mean, I like literally remember as a kid, watching every match of hers like this, this, and my neck would pain at the end of the match, because I'll be like just watching, not doing the shots like this. Yeah, I think as a child, I think not many people know about it, but one of my you know possible life passion was to play tennis, and I did started learning though, at a very early age, but then it didn't really work out.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
tell us about your family, your childhood, growing up, your dreams.
Ah.
Well, they say, we want to know that. I love to know that.
So I'm born in Chandigarh, India. As I just said, that Chandigarh is one of the most planned cities in the country, and so I've born to this very very beautiful family. I think whatever that I've achieved, or whatever values that I have, or whatever empathy or warmth I have in my heart, is because of my parents and their upbringing. I have an elder brother. His name is Harsh, and together we also run a, business called Chandigarh Fashion Week. We are the co-founders to that. It's a beautiful family, and yeah, I'm so thankful to God for this. They've given me the best foundation possible.
Good. How you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, introduce myself. That's quite a question. Um, Fun-loving, easy to go, a simple person. Yeah. Who really believes in, I really believe in, like, live and let live. Someone who wants to bring a change in this world for good. Yeah.
Great. And as a professional, you want to introduce yourself like an actress, actor, director, entrepreneur. How do you do that?
So, so I think I'm an actor first. I did started directing, like, I think movie is a passion. Movie making is a passion for me, and being an actor, this is something I've been part of, from a very early childhood, being an actor. So, yeah, so I have directed, a film, couple of ad films. I very recently directed a documentary also, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, so essentially an actor who's living, one's dreams. Also an entrepreneur because I think I've always kind of, believed, in my life again, from my teenage that you should not wait to do what you want to do in life. It's like, I always wanted to do whatever that I want to do right from now. Not like, that I'll first wait for my acting career to finish and then I take up direction. And then, once that's not possibly, there's time on, then I become an entrepreneur. That's not my style. I think when you want to do something, uh, that is the right time to do it. So yeah, I'm kind of, juggling between all the three things all the time. So yeah.
So, Jonita, you live in a country that is probably the biggest population, right, in the world. I mean,
Yeah, now we are yes. Earlier
and
it was China, but now it is us, yes.
how many people? What is it? Are you aware exact numbers of the population in India?
We say that we are 140 crores. So that's what we are, that's the latest. I'm not sure about the exact numbers, but yeah, we are 140 crores. Yes.
And
Huge
how
heart.
is life? How is life in India?
Life is good. Life is good. See, India, the beauty about India is, it is a country with, diverse cultures, diverse landscapes. And I think that is the heart and the beauty of the country. That is the soul of the country. That, when in your own country, you learn to live with so many different, religions, so many different caste and people, you kind of learn how to, live up, when you go out, when you go to some other country, you know how to respect others, you respect other people's culture, you respect their language, and yeah, so I think it is something so beautiful that is imbibed between all of us, Indians, that, we are part of this, such a diverse culture.
How do you describe the Indian mentality? You know, the countries, different countries have different cultures, mentalities, attitudes, in general, of course, right? It's not everyone, but how do you describe your people's mindset, mentality,
In regard to what?
uh, attitude towards life,
Good.
commitment, discipline, uh,
I think it's, to sum it up, as the whole country is difficult, it is kind of a thing which is like to each its own. But then in general, I will tell you the first thing, Indians are very warm, they're very hospitable. They believe in Atiti Devo Bhava. That means that, our guest is our God. So we are in general very, very warm. We believe in life. We kind of like to see, because we are a lot of people, and that's how we, so, in the Indian setup, you live with your family, right? You grow up with your family,
mm,
even when you're married, most of, like, the ones which are not nuclear families, so everyone's living together. So it's kind of beautiful. So I think
Good.
the mindset would again be, to each its own. In general, I think it's nice and good.
Tell us about the documentary because you've been involved actively, and I love the music.
Oh,
What
you
is
do?
how the documentary began, was born?
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so documentary that is India, the Golden Sparrow. It's disaster. I don't know if you know actually. So India is actually called as the Golden Sparrow because there were once upon a time we had so much gold that we were termed as the Golden Sparrow. So because India was so rich, so that is the term that's used for the country, right? So one of these days I was talking to a friend of mine who works as a disaster specialist. And so we always used to discuss about, what's happening on the front of,
Mm,
hazards and natural calamities, and then how people are not really much aware about what's happening around us. And he was like, please do something about it. The topic needs awareness. So once I actually started, discussing about it, researching about it, I was like startled. It was like, okay, like I never knew that India is the third most disaster-prone country after the US and China.
mm.
So you guys actually are ahead of us. So the film is extremely relevant for you too. People living in the US and China as well. So I decided that I must do something. So the documentary talks about, how the kind of, disasters that we are prone to, the natural calamities that we are prone to as the Indian subcontinent, and what should we do basically, to
Mm.
safeguard ourselves, because it also talks about the present scenarios, like the hazards and like the terrorist attack, the war, you know. There's so much happening in today's world. It's not just about, the what the nature is going to do to us. It's what we are going to do to us and what we are doing to our planet. So yeah, the documentary is about all of it, and I really tell all my viewers, all of them, watching wherever you are in whichever part of the country, the film has a global appeal because this is something that is happening everywhere. So yeah, do watch it.
So somebody in the audience asked me privately also where they can
Hmm.
watch it, the
Okay,
documentary.
right. I'll actually, put a link possibly, it's on YouTube. So if they just search for India, the Golden Sparrow, disaster risk reduction, so they'll be able to, they'll find it on YouTube. It is on a channel called bollywoodboxoffice.com. It's from P as in parrot, bollywoodboxoffice.com. That is the channel that is hosting the film. So they can go and watch it on YouTube, and it is available in English and Hindi languages.
Wonderful. How many
Yeah.
languages you speak?
So I actually fluently I speak English, Hindi, and Punjabi. But I do understand a couple of our South Indian languages since as an actor I have worked in South also. So I'm not fluent with those languages, but I do understand a bit of Kannada and like Tamil and Malayalam. Yeah.
Good, good, good. Spanish? Nothing.
I like here and there.
Few words.
Few words here and
Okay,
there, yes.
okay.
Mamma mia. Yeah, that used to be my favorite
No,
word too while
that
growing up.
is more Italian.
It's more Italian, but
Yeah.
that used to be like, while growing
We
up. But
said it too.
nice.
Well,
When you say Spanish, my name is Spanish, right? Jonita is
yeah, yeah.
actually, yeah, yeah. So there I am.
Your parents are good, are healthy, both.
Uh, yeah, no, okay. So no, I don't say that. Uh, I lost my dad. It's been
Oh,
a
sorry.
while. So
Oh, sorry.
yeah, but thankfully my mom is, we are blessed with a mom. It's just me and my
Okay,
brother.
good, good.
Mm.
What
Yeah.
do your brother does? What he does for
Uh,
living? Your brother.
he's into his business. We do a couple of things, as I was telling you, we are, so the Bollywood box office is
Hmm.
also his. We are both of us are co-founders of Chandigarh Fashion Week, which is a e-commerce platform, not just a fashion week, but an e-commerce platform that kind of gives a platform to the newer talent, and also, that supports the artisans and the handicrafts of India. And other than that, his main business is he's into advertising. So he runs a company by the name of Cine Valley and Neon Valley.
And how is the acting business world in India? I mean, the showbiz, how you
Oh,
can, in
okay.
general, right?
Okay.
Is
Sorry,
big,
I
is
couldn't.
huge, is powerful. Yeah.
It is very huge. It is very huge. I think. Hi, Flo. I'm not sure, but if I'm right, I think we produce the maximum number of films. There was a time when we were producing the maximum number of films in the world. So yes, the Indian film industry is extremely strong. And since we have a lot of different regions, so we also have a strong regional industry, so which means to say that other than like the main Hindi Bollywood, we also have like the Tamil film industry, the Punjabi film industry, and so on. So it's very strong. It's doing a lot of good work. And now, with the entry of the OTT platforms, I think it's a great way for newer talent and the finer talent to also like come on the platform and have a chance to show their talent to the world.
And as a sport person myself, I want to ask you
Yeah.
first, how big, how important is sports
To me,
In the Indian culture?
oh, in India, oh, it is big. It is okay. So we say in India, movies and cricket is a religion. So
Cricket, yeah, exactly.
cricket is something that
Is
possibly
the
every child.
Jonita, sir, is the number one sport?
I think I can say that, yes. I mean, we of course do. Hockey is our national game though. But people are crazy about cricket here in India. I think possibly every boy, I'm sure, has definitely played cricket once, if not not always, but once in a lifetime. That's the thing their go-to thing when they're growing up, to play cricket. But
So
of course we have a good scene on tennis as well. We have had Leander Pace,
oh,
Mahesh
great
Bhuti, Sania
players, great
Mirza.
tradition. Vijay
Yes,
Armitage,
yes,
the
yes.
Armitage.
Oh, yes.
They
Oh,
are based
legendary.
now in
I've
Los
met him.
Angeles. They live in Los Angeles.
I know. I've met him. Yes, yes, yes. I should have better recommended him.
Lender Pies, the great doubles player, right?
Yes,
Lender
yes, yes. And
Pies.
there are many other sports as well. We are very good with boxing and wrestling and many other sports. Yes.
How about football, soccer, which is very popular all over the world?
Again, we definitely have football, and in fact, I know a couple of
How do you,
players,
sorry,
who are my
Jonita,
friends.
how do you guys call it? Football or soccer?
We actually call it football
Football.
more, but then
Okay.
even soccer is very familiar. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And you
Like
said
in
it's
my school, all football used to be like compulsory. Everybody used to be, playing football. Yeah,
and you like to watch sports in TV?
of course. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, as a child while growing up, I remember my mom would, make us sit, watch all the hockey games, all the soccer games, all of it. And then when we grew up a little, so since I was a tennis lover, so that used to be my thing. I would like stick like that, glued to the screen, watching every possible match that I liked, in which Steffi played. So yeah.
If you would have to tell me, Daniel, if you come to India to visit, you should
hmm
go first where? Which city or place you said go first there?
Okay, though that's tricky, but then I would say, Daniel, when you are coming, so the first city that you visit has to be where I am at that point of time. So it's going to be either Chandigarh or Mumbai, and both of them are like great cities. Mumbai, which we used to call Bombay earlier, is our financial
Hmm.
capital, where the entire Bollywood is and the buzz is. And Chandigarh again is one of the most beautiful cities in the country. There is actually so much to explore in this country. There is so much to explore in this country, from
Hmm.
north to south to east to west. There's a lot. So,
And what
but
would
yeah,
you,
where I
what,
would be the first one.
perfect. And what would you say is the most magic thing about India? The thing that every country has their own, I call magic. Uh,
I
uh,
I would say, actually, when you ask me that question, I kind of realized that India has so much of magic around. So I would say like each and every state of our country has something really mystical and magical about us. If you go to Rajasthan, the beauty of the deserts and the palaces, the heritage feel that you're going to get about the country. And if you go up to Kashmir, you will see like we actually call it the heaven on earth. It's so beautiful. You go down south to Kerala, the Kerala backwaters is, I always say, so they call Kerala as the God's own city. And whenever I'm there, I always kind of, I tell my family, I'm not coming, I'm staying back here. So, so there's a lot. There's actually a lot in, there's not just, so whenever anyone is coming to India, please make a longer plan so that you can like really see a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
because it's
lot
a
to do.
long trip. It's a
Yeah,
long trip. It is.
it must
Yes.
be. Yes, yes, yes.
So
And India is a big country with, yeah.
exactly, Jonita,
Mhm.
as a tennis player myself, I
Yes.
always and coach, I
Hmm.
always compare tennis players with actors, actress,
Oh, okay.
because
Hmm.
at some point they have to act when they play. What
I'm
what I
sure.
mean
Okay.
what I mean is this:
Hmm.
you have to fake sometimes your feelings and make the crowd feel that you are engaged, you are tough,
Okay.
and maybe inside you are depressed. So
Uh-huh. Okay.
actors have the ability to create that realism, right? When you watch them,
Hmm.
how do
Yes.
you tell us about what makes a good actor a good one, a top one?
Mhm. I think what makes an actor the good one or the top one is uh, the first thing is how natural an actor is. The first thing is when you actually, to me, acting is when you're not acting, when you are actually living that character. When you do something, you believe in that person and you become that person, and so that is how your audiences believe in you, and they relate to you. Like I still remember, like from my first people to date, tell me that you say that so sweetly in that film. They still come and tell me, a decade later that, oh, we love the way you say that line, the way you call people. So I think what makes any actor a great actor or a big actor is one, how natural they are, and then they connect with their audiences. I always feel that, your eyes are your gateway to your heart and your soul. So whatever is here is visible here. It comes here. So people can actually see your warmth, your heart, right here. So how much ever makeup you wear or how much you pose, but people can feel and they can feel the vibe. So when you're good, and that vibe resonates with your audiences, that's what makes you great, I believe.
If you would have to give an advice, a
Mhm.
young teenager who
Yeah.
wants to be an actor, an actress,
Mhm.
right? They
Mhm.
dream to be an
Mhm.
actress, an actor.
Yes.
What would you
Yes.
what would you tell them?
For anyone, for any profession, but again, specifically talking about being an actor, I would say when you decide you want to be an actor, first, believe in yourself, and then, work on your craft. It's very, very important, for when you choose to do something. Like, for example, if you want to be a tennis player, you really have to learn the game. You
Mm,
have to
mm,
practice. You have to practice hard day in and day out. You know, so most of the times, people think, being an actor is something just very normal, but it's not. So, it is not just only performing in front of the camera, but there's so much around it, taking care of your skin, taking care of your health, your fitness, your dialogue delivery, how you can speak different dialects, when you portray different, your observation skills. So there's so much. So if you want to be an actor, I would say that learn, make yourself as much good as possible, learn as much as possible, and always believe that there's something more to learn. Never kind of feel that I know enough. When, for anyone for that matter, if you think I know enough, is never a good sign. So, and believe in yourself, put in your best effort, and then believe in yourself. When you start, you're always going to feel some, there will be downtime, there will be people telling you, oh, you're not good,
Mm.
or I mean, at that point of time, don't let any kind of negative comments or rejections, reject you, So you really have to um, think yourself, analyze why did this thing happen? What is that I need to, work on? Do that, go back and do better.
Good, good, fantastic. You run a clinic lesson.
Thank
Going back to
you.
the documentary.
Mhm.
I'm curious. I'm curious. How many
Oh,
months, weeks,
did it
and
take
hours a
me?
day you were dedicating to the documentary?
A lot, actually. A lot, actually. Difficult to say, but I think over a year because
Oh,
because the documentary was about um, one second. I have a plane passing by. So, since the documentary is it's obviously a documentary, so it has to be about the facts, So there's a lot of research that has to go in, So yeah, it actually took me quite a while, researching on the subject, understanding what all needs to be, placed in the documentary, what all is something that I wouldn't want people to know immediately, right? And grasp it and understand about it. So yes, it did take quite a time, quite a lot of time.
passions. Everybody talks about passion. What is your
Yeah.
passion?
My passion. Hmm. My passion. My passion is life, actually. My passion is, yeah, I think it's about doing something, bringing smile to other people, not for the sake of saying it. I genuinely believe, uh, we come to this earth, we all of us do have some, certain role to play. The as soon as you can find it, it's great, and then it's an absolute amazing feeling, when while you are here on your journey, um, how you can achieve it and what all you can do to make your life beautiful. So, movies is definitely a passion for me. Art is a passion
Uh,
for me.
sorry,
Doing
Jonita.
something
Jonita,
good.
sorry, producing movies, directing movies, or acting, or everything?
All of it. I would say
Oh,
all of it. See, we always say once an actor, always an actor. So acting is definitely my first love, but I equally love making movies as well because that gives you the advantage of saying what you want to say. So if you can produce, then you definitely can say stories that you believe in and possibly someone else doesn't. And and as a director, you have the ability to then say it the way you want to say it. So I love all of it. And then when I talk about Chandigarh Fashion Week, it is the reason for us to create that platform was to create a platform where, a lot of we could nurture talent. We wanted to create a platform that was inclusive because, there's definitely so much talent out there, but they all do not get a chance. And then they don't know how to, how to go about it. So and then there is so much of existing handicrafts and artisans and culture who all of them need that kind of support because possibly not everyone has that kind of infrastructure, or that kind of landscape to do it. So all of it is my passion, I would say.
great, great. And what type of movies you want to watch? You like to watch? You enjoy watching?
Oh, what I like to watch. Okay, I actually kind of like to watch romantic comedies.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's
Yeah.
like my kind of I can't watch horror because if I watch horror, then I'm scared of that ghost for the coming next 5 years. So, but I of course also like to watch thriller, and then yeah. But then my first go-to would be like possibly a love story or something comic, and yeah, then the thriller. How about you?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Action movies, thrillers,
Oh, me too,
true
me too.
stories.
Yes,
True
yes.
stories. I like true stories.
So the first film that I directed, it was a short film called Here Unstoppable. It was inspired by true events. So
Oh,
yes, I,
I
I,
will
I am
watch
on,
it.
we are on the same page. Yeah.
I will watch it.
I'll share the link with you. Yes,
Travel. You like to travel?
I do. I do. And as an actor, you get to travel by default a lot. So yes, I love to
Wait.
explore new places and see what God has made so beautiful around the world. So yeah.
Okay, if you have to book a trip later, which
Mhm.
place you choose to go?
Right now, I haven't actually thought about that. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually thought about it, but now I'll create my travel bucket list soon now.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Have you ever thought visiting South America, Latin America, or have you ever been there or not?
I haven't been to Latin America, but then yeah, definitely sometime soon. Somehow every time when I was supposed to travel, something or the other kind of happened, and the plans changed. But yes, definitely, most definitely, sometime really soon this year.
Good, good. So
Mhm.
a couple more things, and I let you go. And
Yeah,
I have to go. I have to teach
I
tennis,
know
so I have to go
you
to.
have that.
I'm
Yes,
changing.
you're
I have to
impressive.
change my outfit. So and I hope you're having a good time.
I
Uh,
am. I hope the same with
Thank you.
you.
Fantastic projects, future. What is in your mind?
What is in my mind? Okay. A lot. So, as an actor, of course, there are projects that I'm looking up to, looking forward to, and I'm very excited about them. We will definitely talk about them once, we're a little close to it. And right now, I have one movie up for release. It's called Kirayanama. It's a Hindi movie, which is up for release absolutely next. And Chandigarh Fashion Week is something which is kind of like now going on 24 into 7. So yeah, I'm working on all of it all together. And I definitely okay, I'll just share with you. So I kind of like to do something, that I really believe that, every individual can bring a change. You can't like keep
Mm,
waiting for someone else to, take the baton and start it and keep complaining about things. So like how I just made this documentary, I very recently met people where we were discussing about organ donation in India, right? And that is something that still needs a lot of awareness. So that is something possibly what I might be doing next when it comes to myself, creating
fantastic.
something.
So and
Thank you.
finalize this, there was amazing time. Time flies always.
It does.
So you already, yeah. So choose one word to describe yourself.
One word to describe myself. Oh, that's difficult. Adorable.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Whatever works for
yeah.
you. The question is
What,
for
what
you.
would you? Okay, what would be one word that you would describe, use to describe me?
I will say compassionate, passionate for life.
Sweet of you. Thank you.
I think
Thank you.
so. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think
one.
I, I think warm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
one word that you wish you will choose to send a message to the world. What or one sentence?
Um,
What would you wish to the world in the next
I
50 years?
I don't know about 50 years, but from this immediate moment, I would want to tell the world that humanity is genuinely the biggest and the only religion. Stop dividing each other over religion, over boundaries, over countries, and peace. Please give us peace. This is one life for each one of us, and every human being has an absolute equal right to live and live a good life. And no one, absolutely no one has a right to take it away from any child. So I think, yeah, if one message would be peace, please be compassionate towards others. Please be good to others. It just doesn't take away anything from you when you greet anyone with a smile and, you're nice to people. It only brings happiness.
Wow, wow. What is your favorite animal?
Oh, my favorite animal. My favorite animal would be like actually a lion. But then I love dogs. As in pets, I love dogs. I have literally grown up with them all my life, and I think they're so beautiful. Their unconditional love is something we really need to learn from. So yeah, they're my favorites.
Okay, and the last question is, if you have to choose another activity, what would you like to be? What would you choose to be? Not being, of course, an actress, a director, something else. What would you choose? What would you be?
If I wasn't an actor, what do I choose to be?
No, no. If you were to choose another profession for your life, another activity, what
Uh-huh.
would you do? What would you be
Uh-huh.
your
Okay. So while I was growing up, so I either wanted to be a tennis player or actually what my profession. I loved flying. I always wanted to fly. So if,
pilot?
I wouldn't have been, yeah, that's what I always wanted to be. My father used to fly, and I'm like, I adore my father, and I possibly want to do everything that he's doing. So yeah, flying has always been my passion. I might
Wonderful,
do it sometime.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the next trip coming? What is the next travel that you do? Any
So
plans soon?
I'll be actually going back to Mumbai where I
Oh,
live, so that will be like the shortest next trip. But any holiday trip, when you say, no, there's nothing as on card in the next 1 month. Not a holiday, it's work time as of now. But you never know, I might just actually come and visit you the
okay,
first thing.
wonderful, wonderful. Here, California is Hollywood. You should go to Hollywood. Yeah.
I really wish to.
Okay, Janita, thank you so much for this time. Was wonderful. The interview
Thank
will
you.
be uploaded in the next few days in my YouTube channel.
All right.
So
Okay.
I hope you had a good time. I
I
really
did. I did.
appreciate.
Daniel, thank you so much for having me. And it's exactly absolutely wonderful to know you. The kind of good work that you're doing, it's amazing. And all your students are so lucky to have you. Seriously.
Thanks, thanks. No, I was
Thank you.
lucky to choose what I like it, and for you, the same as you. You're passionate, so thank you,
Yes,
and keep enjoying life.
absolutely. Thank you. Thanks.
Bye,
Take care.
bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, bye,
Yeah.
bye, bye. Take care. Thanks.
Bye.